Donald Trump appealing to African Americans over the weekend with a visit to a Detroit church.
Well, the question is, will this help Trump with the black vote?
Let's ask Pastor Darrell Scott. He's a Trump surrogate who was with the nominee over the weekend. Darrell, thanks for joining us this morning. So a lot of people spinning this visit. What was it like being there? What kind of reaction did Donald Trump get?
I thought he got a very pleasant reaction. The members of the congregation, as well as Bishop Wayne T. Jackson and his lovely wife, were all pleasantly impressed by Mr. Trump. They saw a side of Donald Trump that I've been seeing for years. They saw his sincerity. They saw his, and this is a term that a lot of people don't expect, but they saw his humility and his graciousness and his down-to-earth demeanor. And so he had a wonderful time. In fact, he had a great time. I rode with him in the motorcade. Afterwards, we went to Ben Carson's house that he grew up in, and then we rode together to the airport. And he had a wonderful time. I mean, his reflections on the meeting were very pleasant. He remarked at how well the pastor's wife could sing and how much he enjoyed the church service, and actually almost stopped and got barbecue from one of the street vendors, but, the entire motorcade would have had to stop, so we couldn't do that. So he had a wonderful time in Detroit. He really, really did. It was genuine. He didn't feel uncomfortable or uneasy at all, and he had a great time at church. I mean, and he was actually on beat when he clapped.
Who knew? Donald Trump has rhythm. We learn something new every day.
Yeah, he did have rhythm.
Actually, we saw him on Saturday Night Live doing the Drake video, so I guess we knew that. I want to ask you, though, some of his critics ahead of his arrival there said that he was pandering to African Americans and that he was about to do this speech or Q&A with the pastor and that some of the questions were going to be scripted and the answers were scripted. How did it all play out? You said that he was very genuine while he was there. How did that part play out?
Okay.
And was there controversy surrounding it on the ground?
Well, first of all, a lot of critics that don't know the backstory don't know what they're talking about. In December of 2015, I led a group of 108 pastors to New York to meet with Donald Trump at Trump Tower, and Terry Arnold, the president of the Impact Network, was in attendance. And right there, back in December 2015, Mr. Trump made a promise to the Impact Network that when I do began to engage African Americans on their platform, I will engage Impact, because Impact is the largest African American owned and operated gospel network in America. So he made that promise almost a year ago. And so it was simply a fulfillment of promise. And when he found out that Bishop Jackson was having church that day as well, he was able to kill two birds with one stone. He said, I would like to attend service. And so he did what is standard in broadcasting. They did a pre-interview, so to speak, by providing him with the type of questions that would be asked. Yeah. And then, he was given advice by his handlers and by his team as what type of answers would be sufficient. But
we're going to lose our
Donald Trump wasn't going to read that stuff and
thank you so much.
Thank you.